Namaskar viewers, hello and welcome to the special broadcast on Sansad TV. I am Namrata Singh. Today I have with me a very special guest who needs no introduction. She is not just a queen of pop but a rock star, an icon, a legend who has just been awarded Padma Bhushan for her contribution to music. And it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Usha Uthup ji. Ma'am, welcome to Sansad TV and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Namaskar, Namaskaram, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum. Namrata, it's absolutely brilliant to be with you because I'm a real fan of this channel, honestly.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I keep watching it regularly. Sach baat.
That's awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
Really.
And I'm awestruck looking at you.
Oh, wonderful.
And I would begin by congratulating you for Padma Bhushan.
Thank you.
And it's one of the highest civilian awards.
For me, it's one of the highest points in my life. I'm so grateful to God, to our country, and of course to our government for appreciating my work and recognizing my work. 54 years I've been singing, and always singing without wanting to give a message, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Very subtly.
Yeah.
But when I sing, I'm 100% sure that my audience will get the message.
Yeah.
They say isharon se hota hai.
Yes.
But I think it not only with isharon se, it's also with the words and with the kind of communication that I have with my audience. As I always say, music is not my business, communication is.
Yes.
So, without realizing, people have got the message that I've always sung only for peace and brotherhood of man. And also, I've always said that music has no barriers of caste, color, creed, language, gender, age, sex. No barrier at all.
Exactly.
I think that's what is the underlying message of all that I've been doing. And most importantly, to be happy and comfortable and 100% honest in your own skin. And I think these messages have got across that when the government and when your country and the masses appreciate your work or recognize your work, what more can I ask for?
Exactly.
Really a big milestone in my life. Bahut shukriya.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, how do you keep your music so fresh and so relevant and so popular? How does the feeling, to entertain people for so long?
Well, actually, as I said, communication is my business.
Yes.
I've never learned a note of music. So whatever I have in me is given to me by God, really. And of course, my reaction and action with the audience. And I've learned lots of lovely things from the audiences.
Right.
And lots of lovely things from God. And I think to be relevant, you have to reinvent.
Exactly.
And rediscover yourself and recycle your music. And even though I may have sung a song like, say, either Rambaho or Shan, say, even if I've sung it 1,000,000 times, the 1,000,001th time that I would sing it, I would have to work on it. And I work very hard to make my songs or my rendition, get across to even the youth. Which is why the youth are
connects
also,
with you.
Yes, absolutely. The connection is there,
yes,
irrespective of age or anything like that. And so that is what is so wonderful. But for that, you have to work very hard and also try to stay relevant all the time. When I say by staying relevant, I mean, as I said, rediscover, reconstruct, and reaffirm, reassure. There are so many things that you can do to remain relevant. But most important of all, stay relevant by being a friend of time.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes you may be faster than time. So it's better to slow down at that time. So time is the most important factor.
Time is the most important factor, ma'am. So, ma'am, when did you realize that, you would want to sing? Like, at what age it struck you that you wanted to sing?
Not so much that I wanted to sing, but I realized that this is what I want, was that what shall I say, the gargarahat of the applause.
Okay.
Or the excitement to see people in the audience enjoying my music. Now, no matter what the language was, people loved the music. And even if I was singing in Tamil Nadu somewhere, and if I sang Kali Teri Guttu Tepparanda Tera Lalni Aho, everybody enjoyed it, even if they didn't understand the meaning. So you see,
Right.
I think the magic word actually is being able to communicate with people what you want to say.
Yeah.
And I think the excitement of being able to do it is what was really, for me, I mean, I always say I'm on a natural high. I'm high on life and love. And, when people applaud, and like when you said that you loved being with me,
Yes.
I think that's what makes me want to go on, because unabashedly, with no, I mean, I have absolutely no lajja sharam to say it even, that I really need people. I love people. I'm a people's person.
Yes,
completely.
yes.
And I can't do without that. So when I get that, that's all I want. And that's when I realized that I was born just for this, to be able to bring a smile onto people's faces and make them happy and try to keep that spirit going.
Yes. Ma'am, also we would like to know a little bit about your journey, to becoming an icon. And it's really, truly inspiring.
The journey has been absolutely brilliant. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's not that I didn't have my lows and highs. There have been highs and lows like it is for everybody, for any working person. Yeah?
Right.
Everybody, like you, for example, you may have had to give up so many things today to be able to make the interview today, right?
Right.
So, but if you're the interested party, then you will do it. Like if I'm the interested party to be with you today, then I would do it. So the point is really to be able to prioritize. And I think I'm an old soul. I mean, I think I've lived many janams, and I think I'm always willing to learn. And I think I've learned a lot in this 54-year-old journey. I think the journey has been marvelous. Met so many wonderful people, done so many wonderful, amazing shows. But above all, the thing that really is most awe-inspiring is the fact that, for me also, the fact that people love me for who I am.
Yes.
And that is such a gratifying feeling, because I come from a very middle class upbringing. My father was in the police, and very, very middle class. I mean, it's only now that I'm wearing Kanjivaram expensive sarees.
Your sarees are beautiful, and you always wear sarees.
Yes, always wear sarees.
Yeah.
And sometimes we miss the woods for the trees, or the trees for the woods.
Yeah.
And sometimes we all, at least I do, say that we're proud citizens of the world. We're really global citizens. But sometimes it's nice to be able to say, hey, thank God I'm Indian, and thank God for the sari.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the most, staying power. When people say, I think it's my USP, because there has never been a point in my life when I said that this is what I'm going to wear, or that is what or this is how I'm going to be. No, it just came like any ordinary human being. जैसे मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ, if I was a classical singer or a classical dancer,
right,
ये तो बनता है कि you would get an award at some point of time if you worked hard. But someone like me, who's just singing middle of the road kind of music, and people like you, just commonplace people, we're just ordinary people, and we love music, and we love being happy. Everybody needs a little bit of entertainment in their life, and I think fun and entertainment is serious business, and you have to work hard at it. So
Yes.
in my journey, I have found that people have been so wonderful to me. So how did I get into, I've always worn only a sari, because straight after the school uniform, the only dress I knew was shalwar kameez, then I wore a sari.
Okay.
And everybody in the family, my mother and my sisters, and my aunt and my grandmother, everybody I saw around me was wearing saris, and so I wore a sari as well. There was no big strategy to it or so marketing and positioning, nothing like that. Then it was this, well, wearing a teep,
Yeah.
a bindi. And I think being from South India,
Yeah.
as children itself, there used to be a little bottle that used to be kept on the top of the sink, and the bottle had a little glass stick in it, and it had the liquid, we call it chandaputtu.
Okay, okay.
You dipped it and then you just put it. So the tip was, or the bindi itself was like yours.
Okay.
So small.
Okay.
And then slowly, as time went by, because I was very fond of painting as well, and I did lots of waters in school, in college. I mean, not college.
I would like to discuss about your hobbies as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I used to draw
Okay.
my own designs. Okay. And from there, I decided that I would do things that would match the sari. So if it was red, then I would wear red.
Okay.
If it was blue, then I would try and get a blue. And I would put all kinds of colors and make all kinds of designs. Then slowly, came into the market shingar. And then I started using those colors. Then I started using camel krylon paints on my head. Then came the advent of the sticker bindis. And so I started making, I'm wearing sticker bindis.
Okay.
Then I once went when shopping in Bombay or the other. There was a shop called Benzer.
Okay.
And the owner came up to me and said that सारे कॉलेज की लड़कियां आपकी जैसी बिंदी चाहते हैं. So I said, मैं तो draw करती हूँ उसको. So he said, give me a design. So I wrote out a design, for Kolkata, okay?
Yeah.
And just everybody seemed to like it, and then he made it. And then I started buying my own designs. Now I have one person, and her name is Varsha, and she married to a person called Imran.
Okay.
And they have this little bindi shop in Bombay, in Bandra, and they make my bindis for me. So I have this, then I have got Balaji, then I've got the in Hindi for Delhi.
So you wear Balaji here?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Isn't that so beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah.
So that was after one of my trips to Tirupati, which I really enjoyed wearing this.
Okay.
And so big came the bindi. Sari ho gayi, bindi ho gaye, and then came the bangles.
Yeah.
But as a child, I've always loved bangles and loved people who wore bangles. And my neighbors, Jamila, and I grew up with Muslims as my neighbors. Unke reet riwaaj sab janti hu main. And where I learned how to make shalwar kameez and everything from Jamila and Shamim.
Yeah.
It was great. And that came to the point where I learned how to use bangles.
Okay.
So there was bangles. And then flowers in my hair. Well, flowers in the hair came from the fact that I, again, very middle class family, every Friday, Hindu family, South Indian traditional family, every Friday my mother would buy mogra, jasmine flowers.
Yeah.
And we would, all the girls in the family would put it on. And so then it became a big thing to wear it. Then as my, singing career started, I just thought it looked so nice and Indian and so beautiful. And people love it today. I mean, even when I was coming in today in the morning to, get that was the day that I got the Padma Bhushan when I was flying. And I was so proud. I was telling everybody, I'm so excited today that I'm going to get the Padma Bhushan tomorrow. And there's one of the girls in the security in the airport said, "ऐसे जाओगी? बिना फूल के? फूल नहीं पहनेंगे आप?" I said, "नहीं, ज़रूर पहनूंगी." Like she had that propriety air over me, कि डांट रही है मुझे. So I said, नहीं, बैग में है, मैं पहन लूंगी.
Right.
So that has become part of my style, So it's not been planned or anything. It just so happens that
comes naturally.
Yeah, absolutely naturally.
Naturally.
And it's, I think, quite easy comparatively to reach somewhere in your journey.
Right.
But वहाँ पे टिके रहना
Is important.
is very difficult.
Difficult. Yeah.
And that's where the rediscover and the reinvent comes in. And so when people see me, they still, but the funny thing about me and my relationship with audiences, that even after so many years, they still say, बिल्कुल वैसे ही हैं आप.
Actually, बिल्कुल वैसे हैं आप.
Oh, so lovely. I say, come closer, you'll see more wrinkles and more grey hair. It's
no,
okay.
But I think you look exactly the way I've seen you in pictures.
Remember, yeah. So that's because your eyes are beautiful. आप अच्छे देखते हैं, अच्छे सुनते हैं, अच्छे बोलते हैं. And I think that is what my journey is all about.
Okay.
Just being honest and happy.
So, ma'am, what do you
okay,
cherish?
can I correct you?
Yeah.
Can you stop calling me ma'am?
I know you like to be called Didi.
Didi. So just call me Didi. Okay, that's lovely.
Okay. So, Usha Di, can I call you Di?
Yeah, Di, of course.
So, Usha Di, so besides singing, what do you enjoy doing the most? What are your hobbies?
Oh, at the moment, I tell you something. I love ironing.
Okay.
Can you imagine? मुझे धोबन बना दीजिएगा. I'm very good at it. Oh yeah, I love ironing, and I iron very well. I iron my own clothes whenever I can, and I love painting. I used to do a lot of waters, but now I don't get the time to do that. I like reading whenever I can, but recently I've started knitting again.
Oh,
बुनना शुरू किया, हाँ, straight from COVID days. अजीब सी बात है. Nobody thinks that, because nowadays, everybody buys ready-made stuff.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Hardly people you see knitting. But it's such a therapy. For me to iron clothes is such a therapy. Because my mother always used to say, if you wash your clothes and you dry them out neatly without any creases, you don't need to iron. It's like life.
Yeah.
If you put everything straight right in the beginning.
Rightly said. Rightly said. Usha Di, so, you began your career from a nightclub in 1969 in Chennai. So, you were more into jazz and pop.
Yes.
So, how did Bollywood happen to you?
Well, that's the most exciting thing about it, because I didn't go to anybody to give me a job or anything like that. I was just a singer. And I was singing in the nightclub, then I sang in restaurants. Then one of the contracts that I got was in Delhi at the Oberoi Intercontinental, जहाँ पर देवानंद साहब and नवकेतन यूनिट, शशि कपूर, सारे लोग आए थे वहाँ पे. Even R.D. Burman, S.D. Burman, they were all there. आए थे सुनने, to listen to this Madrasi girl singing, never know how much I love you. They couldn't believe it. So they came to listen to me, and after the show was over, then Devanand Saab came up to me and said, Usha, we would like you to work and sing in my project, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. And I think that's where it happened. Though I'm not sure chronologically which came first, because I did something for Shankar Jaikishan ji also. A beautiful song from a movie called Bombay Talkie with Shashi Kapoor and Aparna Sen. It was a James Ivory production in which Jennifer Kapoor and myself, we wrote a song and sang it called Good Times, which was done by Shankar Jaikishan ji.
Could you sing 2 lines for us?
Yes. Good times, we've had good times, although sometimes the bad times, the good times weren't so bad. Let's live through the years. But it was actually a beautiful song, very, very touching. And so chronologically, I'm not sure which came first. But I mean, my gratitude always remains to people like Shankar Jaikishan and R.D. Burman, and then of course Bapi Lahiri, and all the greats of our country, Ilayaraja sir, and A.R. Rahman, and all the big people, I've worked with everybody, and God's been very kind, Lakshmikant ji, Pyarelal, everyone,
So what are your memories working with R.D. Burman or Bappi Lahiri? Just if you could share some good memories for our viewers.
Well, I mean, almost all the times that I've worked with R.D. Burman, it has been exciting and really, really vibrant, because he was such a vibrant person himself. And more than just being a music person, he was a wonderful human being. So, and most exciting thing about R.D. Burman is he was very open. He was always ready to accept so many things from outside, which is why I feel he was way before his time. And yeah, we've had some wonderful times working on Shan.
Yes.
Yeah. Doston se pyar kiya, that one.
Yeah.
दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया, जो भी किया हमने किया शान से. जी हाँ. And I've always believed in that, कि जो भी करना है शान से कीजिए. ऐसे थोड़ी ना पद्म भूषण मिलती है.
You also got PadmaShri.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's been absolutely marvelous working with R.D. Burman. Very, very exciting also to work with Bappi, because Bappi Lahiri truly is the king of disco. Yeah. And he gave me so many hit songs like Hari Om Hari, Ramba Ho, then Tu Mujhe Jaan Se Bhi Pyara Hai, then Naka Bandi. So many hit songs, yeah. So, and Koi Yahan Aa Nache Nache. So when I speak about R.D. Burman, one talks about the song I Love You from Hare Rama Hare Krishna, then 1 2 Cha Cha Cha.
Yes.
Such big, big hit songs. So both of them absolutely, I think, well before their time, especially R.D. Burman.
Right. Truly said. Ushadi, you can also sing in 17 other languages.
Yes.
And 8 foreign languages.
That's right.
So, could you sing few lines in Indian languages, maybe in Tamil or
yes,
Bengali?
certainly.
Like few.
I mean, I love to do Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada. They all, very close to my heart. As close as is Marathi and Gujarati. And of course, Bengali and Assamese. I sing in 17 Indian languages. And it's not just to say that it's a record that I do so many languages.
Yes.
It is, we're using it all the time, like we will tonight as well for the show. So there are songs which, say, or Punjabi.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I sang, because there are some South Indian people in the audience, they say Tamil, Tamil, and then I say, okay, Ram Bam Bam, Aram Bam, Ram Bam Bam, Perin Bam, Yeriettanal Kalach Kanne, Unmidi Ek Konda Tunga Velle Kanne, Rahu Kala Modi Pocha Raja Yogam Kudi Pocha Ram Bam Bam, Aram Bam. And then somebody will say, why not sing in Kannada? And then I say, Huttidare, Kannada Nadali Huttabeku, Mettidare, Kannada Manna Mettabeku. And then somebody will say, Marathi, Marathi. And then, Hatasa Jeevata Jeeva Guttamala, Hatasa Pirti Chavarte Bala, Hatuja Tondala Tondama Jamila. And then from there we go northeast and do Tuk Dekhi Murga, Keneba. Keneba lage bihure oi tolite nasu nasu. That would be Assamese. And of course, if you had to go to and not go to Bengal, it would be impossible. Kyunki Gurudev ke itne sare bahut bade bade gaane hain, which we all love so much. So I would probably sing Jodi tor dak shune keu na ashe tobe ekla cholo re. तबे एकला चलो एकला चलो एकला चलो लेकिन अकेले नहीं जाना है क्योंकि we're always there. Everybody will always join in and always be with each other as long as we are 100% honest.
Right, right. Ushadi, so when you started singing in the film industry, the conventional female voices were there, they were ruling the industry, like if you talk about Lata ji.
Yes.
So, did you face, because your voice is different, assertive if I say so. So, did you face some kind of challenges at that time, back then?
Oh, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because my voice was so hatke and it didn't fit the normal girl who's really pure and pativrata. Sati Savitri types, you know, they all had to have Lataji Mangeshkar's voice because it was a misconception. ये लोग सोचते थे कि if you're like, see, you have a deep voice also, you don't have a very high pitched voice.
Yes.
And what about Begum Akhtar ji? Such a low voice. What about Shubhana Azmi? What about Reshma ji? There's so many people, so many women. Most women, in fact, have low voices as well. Rani Mukherjee, Tanuja, so many names you can think of. But somehow in the Indian film industry, it was not like that.
Okay.
Whenever the heroine of the movie always got Lataji Mangeshkar or Asha Bhosle, and all the bad ones were given to me. All the bad girls, item girls were given to me. So I'm the original item girl, as I would say. Yeah, but it's okay. So yes, there were challenges because my voice was different. But no, I was happy. I'm still happy. I'm very happy with whatever chance the film industry gives me because आपने मुझे एक गाना दे दिया, then I get about 450 shows. So I'm very happy. Very happy.
And you recently performed on Miley Cyrus's song
Yeah.
Flower, a Grammy
Flowers,
award.
yeah.
Yes. So, so transitioning from, you know, Ramba Ho to Darling to Flower.
Yes.
So how
Yeah,
was it?
that was really. But then I sing Adele's Skyfall as well.
Yes, yes.
I sing the old songs, I Believe in Music, then I sing Sway, all the English, and then jazz standards. So my granddaughter,
Okay.
Aisha, she gave me the song Skyfall. One day she rang me up while I was in Calcutta. She was in Cochin. She said, Umbuka, you have to do this song. It's just meant for you, Skyfall. And so Skyfall became a real big hit, and
Yes,
it started.
it did,
And
yeah.
everybody said that it was Skyfall in a sari.
Yes.
Then my daughter
You performed
Anjali.
in Kochi. Yeah.
Then my daughter Anjali, she said to me that this song is beautiful. Flowers has such lovely lyrics. Why don't you sing that?
Yeah.
So I sang that, and it became really viral. Was some 60 million hits.
Yes,
It had
yes.
really amazing. So I'm grateful for that.
Maybe
Grateful.
2 lines for us.
Yes. Why should we depend on other people to do things for us? We should do it ourselves. We were good. We were old. We got things that can't be sold. We were good. Then we weren't. Built a home and saw it burn. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to cry. I started to cry, but then remembered write my name in the sand. Say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own hand. Yes, I can love me better than you can. Love me better. I can love me better. And love me better. I can love me better.
So Usha Di, from singing, you have also acted in movies.
But not just now. I acted long time back with Amitabh Bachchan in Bombay to Goa. Then I acted with Kamala Hassan in a Tamil movie.
Okay.
Then I acted with so many people. Then of course with Mammootty in a Malayalam film. Then I've just then of course the famous the Darling song,
Saath Khoon Maaf.
Saath Khoon Maaf with Priyanka Chopra.
Priyanka Chopra.
Then I've done now a new Tamil film called Ugly,
Okay.
The Good, Bad and Ugly,
Okay.
with Ajit sir, that is the hero. And a small, very small role, but very powerful role. So I love acting, and maybe through your channel, if some director, some story person is listening, please give me a chance to act, not as Usha Utup,
Yeah.
but as anybody else. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
You have been more of, you know, of a private person, if I say
Very,
so.
very private.
Your life has been
Yeah.
very private, but you surprised us with your biography in
Yeah.
2021.
That's right.
So, what was your reaction when they
The
approached
person.
you?
Oh, it was so fantastic. Actually, it all started with Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, who's a journalist and a very well known and well acclaimed writer, who wrote about, he wanted to just do an interview with me.
Okay.
And then we got to talking. He came to Calcutta. We got to talking, and then the questions and the way our conversation went on and on into not just one day. It had 2 days. Then it became. Then he went back. Then he came back again, and the sessions just went on. I said, "Is this an interview or what?" And he said, "No, I think I'll make it into a biography now."
Okay.
So the first time it was in Hindi. It was called Ullas Ki Nao.
Okay.
Written by Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, and it was really really beautifully done, yeah. And so, of course, it was published by Rajkamal, and it was just fantastic for me, especially because being a jazz singer and being a nightclub singer, one would have imagined that, or pop singer, one would have imagined that it would have been written in English first, right?
Okay.
But to be written in Hindi was really marvelous for me, and I shall always be grateful to him for that. It turned out really good. Then his daughter, Srishti Jha, did the translation, which is called The Queen of Indian Pop, which is in English. And so, yes, as you said, I am a very private person. More importantly, I'm not a sensationalist. So that's why people haven't seen me in, sensational remarks and this and that, especially today's day and age with Instagram and Twitter and WhatsApp and what's it called? Facebook and all these things, yeah?
Social media.
I'm not, social media. I'm not so active in all that. And also, when somebody writes something good, then you feel really, really happy about it. And I'm not in somebody's face all the time because of myself, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So I was really, really excited that this became, the Queen of Indian Pop became so popular as well. And so when I say that I'm a private person, and how come then the biography, it was because Shri Vikas Kumar Jha, actually, when he wrote, he got my, when you start talking to somebody about it, like I'm talking to you now.
Right.
If I didn't trust you,
yeah,
I wouldn't talk to you.
True.
Yeah, because I know that you won't make it sensational. You know that you will report it the way I'm talking about it.
Right.
And not just take sentences out of context and write. But then I never thought it was going to be a biography at all. Okay. So he felt that it should be called Ullas Ki Nao because I get people happy.
Happy. You make people happy.
Yes, so that's how it happened.
Yes.
And as I've always said, that, with all the problems, this is something which I want to talk about with you. So even though you've asked all your questions, I'd definitely like to say that, especially after COVID, we've lost so many wonderful people, our own relatives, families, doctors, caregivers, so many people.
Right.
And there's been so much of sadness and so much of grief. But then the one good thing that happened, now you will definitely know from that I'm a compulsive optimist and I'm a very positive thinking person. With all that sadness, the one good takeaway that we all had was that we truly are one world. Everybody suffered the same way, COVID.
True.
And especially for the youngsters or even older people like us, we never experienced war or anything like that to show the unity. But with all the diversity, I think India is far better than anywhere else because we're so united. And to be united with the rest of the world is even better. And COVID taught us that because everybody suffered the same way.
Right.
And इसीलिए मैं हमेशा कहती हूँ, something which the Brahma Kumaris taught me. Can you imagine? As I always say, you must be willing to learn because the song is always bigger than the singer, much bigger. And they taught me something which is so important, that ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है. ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. Yes, so many sorrows. इतने नज़दीक नज़दीक लोग जो गुजर गए. But life has to carry on, right?
Right.
Life must carry on. It's a beautiful song. अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, पार करके हिमालय कोई चढ़ा है, आएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, होगा विशाल तरवर ये बीज जो पड़ा है. ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I say one more time, I can't love me better. I want you to love me. Give me your blessings so that I may carry on singing with the same energy that I've had for so many years.
We love you, Usha Di, and thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you on Sansad TV. Thank you so much for your time.
I'm a huge fan of Sansad TV.
Thank you.
I love watching your channel.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I love watching. Thank you, Namrata.
Thank you, Usha Di. Well, viewers, that is all I have for you on this edition of Samvaad Exclusive. Thanks for watching Sansad TV. Stay tuned.
जितनी तुम प्यार से जी लोगे उतनी ही जिंदगी रंबा हो. To watch more programs of Sansad TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.